Good morning, team. Welcome to um, our Friday team training. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our training this morning, but I just want to give you guys a couple of updates. So I don't know if you have been watching our trainings that we've been doing this week. It's been amazing with our opportunity Zooms. That went really, really well. We also have a series going on right now. Rochelle was doing, and last night was a reel training. So if you missed that, I can try to get the recording for you for that. And then also, we are still in the middle of our August challenge, and hopefully you've been able to, keep up with that. All of these things are obviously going to propel your business and going to help you to grow and all of the things. So today, our August challenge, I'm going to quick run through that really quick. Let's see here. It is, a single photo post. It's a tweet style quote. So if you're not familiar with that on Canva, you can do a tweet style post, which actually is now X, but whatever, I digress. But it's a quote relating to your industry. A lot of people on Instagram, if you guys notice this, the tweet style quote is like kind of basically it's like going to be like a box, and then it's going to have like your picture up in it, and then it's like going to have your quote or whatever right there. And basically it's just like you showing authority in your community. And so that is really super helpful because of the fact that like you want to stand out in your industry as like the expert. And that is something that we have been talking about a lot lately, is you want to be the person that sets yourself out from everyone else. Like we have continually been chatting about why is somebody going to join you? And we have all these thrivers on our social media, right? So they can join anyone, but are they going to join the person who has like lots and lots of knowledge, the person who is constantly giving out tips, the person who, when you order, they get a meal plan, the person who, just gives that extra information, those extra tips and tricks, like all of those things that make them feel like when they're joining you, they are getting the extra treatment. They are getting all of the additional knowledge because you are standing out as the authority in your niche. So that is really, really super important to be able to do that. And with that being said, we are going to kind of jump a little bit more into our training today. I'm going to talk to you guys about basically about live video. And this is something that I need to be more diligent on as well, but also we need to get a little bit better at maybe doing reels and things like that. So if you're not doing these things, this is hugely how you are going to grow your following and how you are going to make an impact on social media, because ultimately people are not going to just you need to, like we said before, sorry, I didn't realize my music was still going. I felt distracted and I'm like, oh, I still have my music on. Ultimately, you guys, like we talk about all the time, like we can't just talk to the same, 10 people on our social media. We obviously need to continue to grow our networks. We need to continually get in front of new people all the time. And how we are going to do that is through reels, through short form videos that you record and then share to social media, or even through going Facebook Live. And I know for some of you that might feel really super intimidating, but they push out those videos, and every single time that people interact on a Facebook Live, um, it is going to get you pushed out that much more. You're going to get in front of new faces. When you are on your video and you're asking people to share your video, then you're going to get in front of those audiences. And I will be transparent. I go in streaks and I'll go live for a long time, and then I'll kind of get off track and I won't do it for a while again. But a couple of the leaders in our leadership group, they have been talking about how like her PPA is huge. This one gal, she went 4K in literally just a few days. You guys, it sounds impossible, but here's the thing. The reason why she's growing that rapidly is because she's literally going live, and she is going live all the time, but she had been going live even before she started Thrive. So there is that. She's already been talking with her community. She's been going live. She's been sharing her life. People know her personality. That is a huge, huge thing, especially when you are gaining new followers from reels. Like when they know who you are, they know your personality, it is going to help you to grow that authority and that trust with them so much faster. So, but what she's doing is like she'll go live even with a friend. And we've talked about this before too, that if you guys are nervous about going live by yourself, then just grab a friend and go live with them. Me and Jess have done it. Jess is really good about going live and sharing people's Thrive experience stories, and I go in streaks doing that, and I have definitely not been on track lately, and I need to get back on track with that. But here is the thing. When we do that, sometimes it doesn't work. It's okay. Just pivot. You can just talk about Thrive. You can talk about anything random. It doesn't even always have to be about Thrive. It can just be about anything. People love to be entertained, you guys. Why do you think people love reality TV shows? Because people they like to know like what's going on, what are they doing, like what do behind the scenes look like for them. There's just so many things that people also just want to be nosy about. And here is the thing that you guys need to understand is that it honestly does not matter what other people think, because truthfully, they don't have the balls to do what you're doing. I'm just going to call it like it is and be vulgar, but the bottom line is that people are not willing. Anybody that is judging you for what you're doing, it's because they don't have the gall to do what you do. They don't have the courage to do what you do. And here is the other thing is that once you literally just put yourself out there and you are like, nope, this is what I'm doing, I don't care what anybody thinks. Guess what ends up happening, you guys? Eventually, then people start to cheer you on because they're like, wow, like they haven't stopped. And I don't think I could do that, but you know what? Good for them. And they've stuck with it and they're still doing it. And then all of a sudden the script flips and then people really, really start to support you. And then they're like, wow, that's amazing that like he or she is still sticking with this and doing this. I seen a quote that I wanted to really quickly share with you. And I thought it was really great. And it really, really resonated with me. Give me 1 second here. It says, even if you go for it and it doesn't work out, you still win. You had the guts to head straight into something that frightened you. That type of bravery will take you places. And that's ultimately, you guys, what network marketing is. People are so fearful of what people will think of them. And that's why they never, ever, ever step out of their comfort zones. They never step into their full potential. They never, ever go as far as they could go in this business because they are literally stuck in fear. They are stuck in fear of other people's opinions. They're stuck in fear of you know, like what people are going to say about them, what they're going to think about them. And honestly, a lot of times, most people aren't even thinking anything. If they are thinking something, they're just like, wow, I could never do that. That's just not me. But the bottom line is that so many people are not brave enough to actually just step out and do what they're passionate about and hit that live button and just go. And again, it doesn't have to only be about Thrive. Like I have shared my cancer journey on live video. I have talked about my kids. I have literally one time did a prank on my kids when they were coming home from school. I bought m- those mallow cups or mellow cups, the marshmallow ones that look like Reese's. And I had them out of the package and I was recording them on live video. And they thought they were about to eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it was actually a Mallow cup, and it was funny, and people were laughing. And again, it's entertaining, but it gets people to want to watch your videos. It shows them what your personality is, and that is going to keep them coming back for more. And then, of course, if they like who you are, they are going to want to thrive with you because you guys, at the end of the day, people like Thrive as the product, but they're ultimately buying you. They are ultimately wanting to thrive with you because they like you and they like your personality. So let's see what else I have here for you guys. I lost my train of thought. It's not surprising at all. But this is how you are going to reach new people by going live too. I know that for some of you this feels so intimidating. But again, I'm just going to call it straight. You guys, if you're not willing to step out of your comfort zone, nothing grows in the comfort zone. We already know this. This is something that I don't know. And I don't want you to only wait for me until I, you know, figure out the next challenge for us. I'm not going to bring on another challenge when we're already in the middle of an August challenge for reals. I am really trying to get you guys to get more familiarized with reels, doing them more, because truly that is how you're going to grow your following and you are going to reach more people faster. Same with live video. You're going to reach people faster. If you feel like you are not growing as fast as you want to grow, then you have to do things that you're not used to doing and doing things that maybe are different. Because you
So
are,
Heather, are you saying go live on Facebook itself or just live in our
yep,
stories?
yep, live on Facebook.
See, and I haven't done that.
Yep.
I'm out of my comfort zone of doing it on my stories, but I have not done it on Facebook. And I know we tried that time, and I don't know, my phone is like really stupid, so I would like to do it again and do my story,
Yeah, well,
but
we can try it
you
again.
know, and it just, maybe when I get back from vacation or something and,
Mm-hmm.
kind
Yeah.
of do something like
And
that.
that's the thing is you can really kind of start to just get familiarized with it, even with like sharing your story, going live with somebody else. Even if there's a topic you're passionate about, like I don't know what that would be, if it would be something in motherhood, something as a grandma, a tip or a
Mhm.
trick, like whatever. And like maybe you have a good friend and you guys talk about this thing on your walks or you know, whatever, and you want to like go live and talk about this topic. Like even think another thing you can think about is like live videos to create, like it could be you know, a video that shows authority, you know, teach what you know, like I just said, like topics
Mhm.
that you know you're passionate about. It could be like teach what you're learning. So this is another thing. If you guys are you know, even being trained by me, you can take, you know, things that maybe you're learning from me on different trainings or even other leaders, other Zooms, if it's mindset, if it's whatever it is, anything. You can then hop on your live video and talk about like what you learned and just show your audience that you are always learning and growing. And that's also going to make them want to be a part of your team at some point just because they know you're constantly learning and growing. You're not stagnant. people want to be with somebody that's, the authority in their thing. Like, I'm going to use my really good friend, for example, Ashley Frederick. She is a realtor here in town. She is the #1 selling realtor. Her marketing stands out. Her social media presence stands out. She is so incredibly professional. She is doing reels of the houses that she is selling. Like, she will do pictures and they'll just like slide through and do transitions. She stands out in the market, hands down. She's doing aerial views of these houses, like with drones. Like, you guys, her marketing and her social media presence is literally top notch. Now, are you gonna want to work with a realtor who is going the extra mile, who also sends out like emails weekly or monthly? She also will like send out like trending house updates that are easy fixes that help improve value. Again, she's just sending out to her audience, to the people that are in her email list or who have ever worked with her. When it's like the time change, she will send out an email reminding you to set your clocks back or set them forward. She will send you things that are trending in homes and DIY projects to improve your home, for a very minimal like cost, like a DIY project that will improve the value of your home. Trending front door colors. Like, you guys, it's just very, very random things, but that would be like us sending our audience, like healthy snacks or tips on, how to grow your hair, or like whatever it is. You guys, like, think about what we do, and that's what she's doing and bringing her audience. And so, are you going to want to buy a house from somebody who is like so in the game, or are you going to want to buy a house from somebody that like has this old ratchety um like sign, especially if you're brand new to the community? Who are you going to pick? Are you going to pick the person who has like this ratchety sign, who is, this is going to come off offensive, but who's lazy in their posting, who just throws up a post just to throw up a post? Or are you going to thrive with the person who puts effort into it, that makes their own graphics, who is constantly showing different transformations, but you're not just throwing them up on just a static post, you're also doing it in a reel. You're keeping people's attention and you're being entertaining. So these are the things that are going to set you out and apart from the other people in your industry. And I just think of my girlfriend Ashley, because it's just like, she is so good. And I mean, and it wasn't always like this. It's just been in the last few years. She hired a coach, and she has continued to grow and learn social media and to just shift with social media and shift with the industry so that she can stand outside of the crowd. Because that's the thing, you guys, we have burnt people out on social selling. Like, ever since like 2016 to like 2018, 2019, and people, direct sales really became a huge thing. And then that's when like all these hey girl messages started coming out, and people were cold messaging. And yeah, they were excited, but also people were just looking how to make a quick buck really fast. And so people were just like super, super hardcore, and they were like just like spamming people ultimately, and just not really looking to truly be there for people. It's almost like you were just looking to grow your network, grow your business, grow your sales, and not actually bringing value. Now people are not interested in those hey girl messages, or those, messages that you get in your thing like, hey, I think you would be really good at this business, and I have a really huge opportunity, and I think you should join my business, and I should show you my comp plan because we have the best comp plan in the industry. This person never even asked about your business. They never even showed any interest. They never said they had a financial issue. So why would you assume that they wanted your business or your opportunity? But that's what we were doing. We were sending these messages. I was guilty. I'm embarrassed, you guys. Like when I go to send birthday messages, I see some of these old messages I used to send, but I was just following my leaders because I didn't know any better. And truly, I was just passionate and I was ignorance on fire, but now I know better, so we do better. And but these things, you guys, that seem like it's a lot of work, it's really just setting you apart. And this little bit of extra work right now is going to attract high quality people to you, the people that actually want the service, the people that actually want the health and wellness. They're not looking for like the quick fix or the like they're going to thrive for 1 month and they're going to go away. I will tell you right now that ever since I started shifting how I post on social media, trying to do a little bit more work on the back end, like with the meal plans, not just throwing up Thrive graphics anymore. Like, for example, you guys, and if anybody posted this already, forgive me, but I'm just going to call a spade a spade. When people just throw up the graphic from Le-Vel on their static Facebook, you guys, that's from Le-Vel. That's not from you. Le-Vel is not like, people can follow Le-Vel on Le-Vel Official if they want to. They are following Dan. They are following Kelsey. They are following Angel and Michelle, not Le-Vel. They want to know about these sales and deals and whatever from you, but they don't want to feel like quote unquote sold. You guys have an opportunity to take these sales that Le-Vel puts up and make your own graphic or make your own post and make it look like that sale is coming from you, not from Le-Vel. Your
And
brain,
Tammy is the best at doing that. Her
yeah.
graphics are just, I don't know how she does it. I am amazed on how she just like throws stuff like that together.
Here is the thing, it's not that hard, Angel, because you just have to go to Canva and you just put like literally up in the search bar, you just put like sale or 50% off or like whatever your sale is. And I am telling you, like, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of templates that have already been made.
I've done it, but it's just for me, I can't do it on I can do it on my phone, but it's easier to do it on my desktop. But my desktop, I need a new desktop is what it is for me to, because my eyes are horrible. So
I create everything on my phone, and I will tell you that when Tammy first got started, I'm just going to tell you this because you guys, I don't hear the word I can't, because
right,
I believe in you guys. It just takes practice and you
it
just
does.
have to do it. Because Tammy used to reach out to me when she first started and would ask me if I could make graphics for her because like she like struggled with it. And so I would help
It
her
is
with
a
these
struggle. It
graphics.
is.
And then I said, okay, Tammy, you got this. It's time to get yourself a Canva, and this is how you need to do it. And you need to, because the other thing is that my style of graphics might not be your guys' style of graphics. It's the same as like Dan's stories look very different than my stories. Dan's reels look very different from my reels. I use different fonts. I use different colors because that's just what my eye attracts. Dan's though are very, I love his stuff, but like it's bright. He always uses the bright colors. Like that's the thing about him. Like he might not even notice it, but it's just like what his eye goes to, right? Like so he'll do like behind his words, he'll do the blue, background, and then another set of words will be a red background, and then the other set of words are a yellow, and they're always like shifted this way and that way, but it's like it's eye catching and it looks fun and it's exciting. And that's how we are actually creating our own brand, even if we don't think so. Another thing you can do, Angel, is if Canva is difficult for you to use, you can go to Instagram and you can create right in your story, because you'll have the stickers there, you got the words there. And so you can make like quote unquote a story. And then up in the three dots in the corner, you can save that. And then now essentially you have a graphic. And it's not going to be exactly the same as Canva, but it's still better to post something like that than to just post a graphic from Lavelle. Because you guys want to know what else that looks like, at least to me and to other people I've talked to. When you just post up a graphic from Lavelle, first of all, in my opinion, and if I offend anybody, I'm sorry, but I am here to help you guys grow your business and sales. So to me, though, it looks lazy. Number one, I'm just gonna call it like it is. Number two, it literally is like it looks salesy. Like when you put up a sales graphic from the company, it looks like you're just trying to get a sale. But when you take the time to create something yourself, it looks like you're paying it forward and you want to help people in your network get this special deal, or that you're giving it. And it feels different, right? Like when you think of the two, you think of like, oh, I'm just going to post up this graphic from Lavelle. I'm not really going to give, a whole, you guys have to remember, like, they don't understand that graphic because they're not in the company and they haven't been. Like, yes, it's kind of spelled out, but at the same token, they don't know what balance is. They don't know what, necessarily even what credits are. Like, we have to use lingo that people understand because they don't even really know what that means. And so we have to speak about it from our language, and we have to explain the promo from us. And what looks better, you holding a bottle of balance, if you have it, and say, this weekend only, I am giving back $40 in credits, a free bottle of balance that you're holding up, or the bag, but if you have the bottle, I suggest the bottle just because that's what they're going to get. But if you don't, it's still balance. Yes, just like that, Angel. You take a selfie with that bottle of balance and say, with $200 orders this weekend, you're going to get $40 discount to use in the future. You're going to get this free bottle of balance, which helps with digestion, blah, blah, blah. Explain what balance is, because again, people don't know what it is. It helps with weight loss. It helps with bloating, like whatever. And free shipping. Please message me if you would like to take advantage of my deal. Again, like, you guys, does that sound better than just throwing up a graphic from Lavelle? Like, people are like, wow. And then all they think is like, he or she is so amazing. Like, they are always giving away or giving these deals and helping me out. But you guys know that we have these deals all the time, but you don't have to say they're from Lavelle. You can just post about them like they're your own promos and be the authority in your niche, because ultimately people are on your Facebook because they're following you, not because they're following Lavelle. So it's just those little things, you guys, that will make such a big difference when you are trying to really be the authority in your field and really treating this like an actual business, not just like a spam bot. Like, because then people take you more serious. They're like, wow, like, they're really in it. They're treating this like an actual business. Whether they think that or not, it's just what their mind is going to trigger, because you are taking it serious. You are running it like it's your own business, not like you are just like, yes, we are Thrive promoters, you guys, but ultimately we want to brand ourselves as ourselves. I don't think Lavelle is ever going anywhere, but I'm going to give you guys this example. What if Lavelle went away tomorrow? But what if you wanted to join another company? Now everybody thinks like it was just Lavelle that was amazing. And so now Lavelle's gone. So, okay, that's it. Or you can just be yourself. And when they love doing business with you, now if something happens to the company and you decide to join a different company, they're going to join you and they're going to join you in that company because you have been promoting yourself, just yourself, not only Lavelle. You are branding Angel. So people are going to buy from you because it's you, not because of the company. Does that make sense, you guys? That's why it's so important to be your own business owner. Like, yes, we love Lavelle. And do I think Lavelle is going anywhere? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. But the point is like, you really want to brand yourself because like, even my girlfriend, Ashley, I feel like real estate and network marketing go hand in hand because they're essentially very much like the same business model. She always branded herself as a realtor, herself. She did not constantly promote for Century 21. She was with Century 21. But guess what? When she decided to leave Century 21 after like 8-10 years, whatever it was, and she opened her own brokerage, like it didn't matter. People still went with her because they were doing business with Ashley. They weren't doing business with Century 21. And so that is the thing, you guys. People are doing business with you, not Lavelle. Like if they wanted to just buy from Lavelle, they would just go to lavelle.com. They are buying because it's you. So that was a major tangent I just got on. I'm not gonna apologize because, well, it's really good. Like we just need to remember to brand ourselves. But really my topic is all about
It's
videos.
always a good reminder. I mean, it is. I mean, just
Yeah, I mean,
just throw it out there.
and I'm guilty. When
Yeah.
I'm busy, I'll throw up the Lavelle thing. And then after
And that's
that,
just me too. If I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time, but I want to throw something out. I normally don't throw it on Facebook itself. I'll just throw it in my story,
right.
you
But the
know.
other thing you can do is even in your story, take a photo and like hold up your hand or like go like this
Mhm.
or something fun. And then you can just put that graphic on top of your hands. So at least you're still showing your face,
Showing something, yeah.
See,
you know?
the biggest thing that we all have to remember is that when, Heather, when you say things like you need to post more, you need to go live more, like this is for people who feel like they're not getting far enough in the business. If you're sitting
Yes.
where you want to be, like this has nothing to do with you. Like
Yeah.
if you're where you want to be, but if you're sitting here complaining about there's not enough people buying,
Mhm.
there's not,
Yes.
that's
Thank you.
that's where you're, it's
Yes.
so easy to be offended by
I
things like
appreciate that so much because I'm not calling anyone out.
Right,
This
right,
is
right.
just for anybody that truly wants to take their business farther and go further and faster.
Yeah.
This is how you're going to get there. And you have to, if you want more, you got to do more, right?
Right.
Like that's life in general.
And
And
like for me, I do a lot of stuff on the weekends or because I get up early in the morning,
Mhm.
I go to bed early at night. I don't say I don't have time. I don't make the time,
right.
and I
And
could make the
it's
time.
all of
But
us.
for me, it's like, okay, I have more time on the weekends. I have more
Mhm.
time like Fridays, today's my day to kind of sit back and just kind of, yep, I'm gonna do this. Well, this weekend I won't, but
But
Mhm.
also, Angel, you're not coming to Heather and being like, there aren't anybody coming, isn't anybody coming to me buying? Like there isn't
right,
enough
right,
people. What am I like? It's
right,
not working.
Yeah.
right.
That's like I don't do that either because
Yeah.
I take Heather's trainings for what they are and just
Mhm.
throw them away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and ultimately, honestly, none of you on here are like that. And I will be honest with you, the ones that do complain, they're never on a single training. And
Right.
if you're watching this on the replay and you're offended, I'm sorry, but I'm calling a spade a spade. The bottom line is that some people want to grow, but they're not willing to put the extra work in to do that. And they just want to complain about it, but they don't ever show up to the trainings. They don't ever watch, the replays consistently. We're pouring out all this other training right now, and then people aren't doing that. Like, the bottom line is you can't just join network marketing. And if you love the products and you love the community, like, I love you and I'm thankful for you, like, truly. And I
Right.
mean that from the bottom of my heart. But also, I wasn't getting the training, and I wanted more. You guys, like, I still want more. I want to go to the top, period, end of statement.
Mhm.
I want a different life than the way that I was raised, and it already is different, but I'm like, okay, like, I want to go even further.
Heather, from what you've told me and from where you are, yes, you have changed 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, you
we
guys,
we did a lot
Angel
of bonding on our way to Denver.
Angel cried when she heard my
Oh
childhood.
my
Like,
God.
it would make your guys' head spin.
Yes,
And
it did, because I didn't know. I mean, I knew you from daycare. I knew knew you for you, not your background at all.
mhm,
Hearing your background, I'm like, really? What? Huh? It
yeah.
was like I would have never in a million years thought that.
And
Yeah.
someday maybe I'll do a Zoom and actually share with you guys exactly where my background is, if anybody would actually be interested. But the point is, if you knew my background, you would also have an even better understanding of why I'm so passionate and why I am not willing to settle, because the the things that I was told that I would never be and I would never amount to, and I just on and on and on, and like the most emotional abuse you guys could seriously imagine from my own mother. So there's just a little tidbit of that. If you notice, you never hear me talk about my mom ever, or post about her or anything, because she is not a kind woman. But it's also made me into who I am today. So again, you guys, we have the choice to let our past define us, or we have the choice to overcome it. And for me, obviously, I've chosen to overcome it. And the thing is that that's why I'm so passionate. And I wanted more, but our leadership wasn't training us, and they weren't helping us grow. And now, Sheila and our up lines are like trying to change the game on that. And that's amazing. But for the last couple of years, I've had to try to figure it out my own. But I couldn't be offended when I was doing these coachings and trainings. I had to, oh, Kelsey says I resonate with the Bad Moms Club statement. Yes, it's horrible, like horrible. I told her I had cancer and she didn't even reply to me. I don't even know why I wasted my breath to tell her. But anyway, so yeah, it's whatever. It is what it is. But the thing is, you guys, is that I couldn't be offended when I was on these trainings, when I was learning, because I was like, I'm here to learn and grow, and I want to know what they're doing. So it's not to call anybody out. It's just, you are here clearly because you love this business. Maybe you like to just hear me squirrel. And if that's the case, I appreciate you as well, because I can't show up to a training if I don't have anybody here to listen to me. Well, I could, but it's not nearly as fun. But also, you guys, it's just because, like, if you want to be more and grow more and self-develop more and push this business into what it truly can be, then I am here to give you everything I know. And I'm not saying everything I know is everything I do every day, because I am human and I'm still a work in progress as well. And I will be the first one to admit that. So even as we're talking about lives, and my coach called me out on it this week. And that's why I'm talking to you guys about it, because I also got called out on it. I'm not doing live video enough. But I will tell you, when I was doing live video, my business was growing like crazy, because I was doing live video about, like, so I always would listen to, this is how I got started. And so maybe this will resonate with someone. I got started with, every single morning I would listen to YouTube, and inspirational and motivational audio. And that's how I grew immensely when I first started Thriving, because I was not always a positive person, you guys. I wasn't a terrible person, but I was really grumpy and grouchy in the morning. I did not always see the glass half full. That was also some of that childhood trauma that I've had to work really, really hard, especially since my Thrive experience, to really flip the script and turn that. And then as I've had children, I'm like, I don't want to repeat this cycle. And even though it would be unintentionally, but some of that stuff is really ingrained into you. And so you have to work hard to reprogram some of these mindsets so that you don't accidentally, repeat the cycles. And so I really started listening to motivational audio, and then a lot of it was resonating with me. I really loved it. Even church on Sunday, when I hear something amazing, then I will get on live video and I'll just regurgitate what I learned and what it meant to me. It doesn't have to be long. It can be a 5-minute live video, but people love it. And then when it really resonates with them, they share it. You ask people to comment. Like if you're watching this on the live, you'll see the red live up in the corner, drop live. If you don't see that, you're watching on replay, drop replay. The reason why people say all of those things is because it's getting comments on your video. The more comments you're getting on your video, the more Facebook pushes those videos out. But if people like the content that you're bringing, it's just like a reel. If you're talking about a positive live, well, somebody can hit the follow button because they love the inspirational message that you just brought to them. So guess what? Now they're going to start following you, and then they're going to just start consuming more of your content. And then in turn, obviously, they're going to see Thrive. And so you can see how this thing can really grow by just doing these little things like that. I just want to kind of wrap this up because we've already been on for almost 45 minutes for our training, and I don't want to keep these super long like I did a couple weeks ago. Other live videos that you guys can create is, like I just said, is teaching what you're learning. So that can be a YouTube inspirational video. It can be if you're reading a book, even if you are a book reader, for example, you guys can do live reviews of your book like that you're reading. I know I'm not into this, but I know a lot of people are into those Colleen Hoover books or whatever it is. You could do reviews of books, just things like that. Showing up for your audience on a consistent basis. What you put out there will come back to you. So again, you guys, the more you're putting out there, the more you're showing up, the more consistent you are. Her books are addictive. I knew that it would resonate with somebody on here for sure because they're so popular. And then also be patient, you guys. This doesn't just happen overnight. It took me 2 solid years of consistency before I started making a career income. But think about if you put in 2 solid years of consistency and did everything that I teach you to do within reason, because we're not perfectionists, and that's what we're aiming for. We are aiming just to be consistent and to just take the knowledge that we are learning every week and just implementing something. Because if you implement nothing, you're just consuming, and without action, you're wasting your time. But if you are going to take what I am teaching or any other trainings that you're learning and you're implementing and you're staying consistent, think about where you could be in 2 years with solid consistency. And all of a sudden you are making 30, 40,000 a year. What would that do for your life? Because I know it changed mine. And that is why.
I'll retire even before I'm 62 then.
What's that?
I said I could retire before I'm 62.
Yeah. I mean, these are the things, you guys, you have to think about that. And so, Angel, if that's your why, you need to put that in front of your face every single day. You need to write that on a sticky. It needs to be on your mirror in your bathroom. It needs to be on your refrigerator. It needs to be on your desktop computer, because guess what? That's where all of my stickies are. They are there, and they are reminding me every single day why I show up and why I do what I do. And do I have a bad day? Like a couple days ago, literally, you guys, Wednesday, I did almost nothing. I just needed a mental health day, and that's okay. Like, but then you need to pick yourself back up the next day and you need to keep on moving forward. Because while I love the career income, I now want legacy income. I'm just being honest, you guys. I want to leave something behind for my family. Because at the end of the day, when my mom dies, because she is going to eventually, because of the lifestyle that she lives, I'm going to be paying for her funeral. I'm going to be paying for a funeral for a woman that doesn't even speak to me. But at the end of the day, she's my mother. She did bring me into this world, and I'm going to be the bigger and the better person, and I'm going to lay her to rest, and I'm going to do it for her mother, who my grandma I adore, because that is what my grandma would want. I am not doing it, whatever. The point is that I am not going to leave that for my children. I am going to have my funeral paid for. I have a life insurance policy, multiple actually already. And I want to leave my children legacy. I want to leave them investment properties to set their lives and their futures up. And that's what I'm working for now. I am working for my legacy. This isn't just about me anymore. It's about my children. And it's about when my children get married, I want to be the one that can pay for my daughter's wedding dress, all of it, not just part of it, all of it. I want to be able to help my kids with their weddings. I want to be able to treat my grandkids. Angel is going on vacation with her kids to Disney. Have you guys thought this far ahead? Or are you just living for the weekend? Are you just living for your next paycheck? Or are you living for your future and what you want that to look like? Because I want to continue to bring my kids on more vacations. I want to give them what I never had. I want to take them to Washington, D.C., somewhere that I still have never been. I want to take them to New York, and I want to go there at Rockefeller Center in the winter when Christmas looks so magical, because Christmas is my favorite, even though I had the shittiest Christmases you guys could have ever imagined. I want that for my kids. And I have the ability to flip the script and do this different. So I'm working for my legacy. I am working my butt off in this business because I know this business can bring legacy money. I know this business can provide a future for my family that I would have never, ever, ever been able to imagine. And that is why I show up every day. And that is why I work so hard. And you guys need to know what it is that you want and why you're going to work so hard and why you're going to stay consistent. And that even when it feels like nothing is happening right now, what is going to happen in 2 years when you are so freaking consistent and you stay the course and you implement everything that you're learning and you literally do not stop at anything to get what you want? Where will you be in 2 years? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And is it worth it? Is it worth staying the course for that? I mean, I'm 7.5 years in, you guys, and I have made multiple 6 figures in this business already in income. I don't say that to boast. I say this to tell you guys what is possible when you stay the course. It didn't start like that. My first year, I think I made $10,000. But that was $10,000 more than I ever had before. Actually, it was $3,000 the first year. And then the second year was $10,000 or $12,000. And then after that is when it jumped to the career money. You guys, do you think it was worth it to stick it out and to stay consistent to get to where we are? And then it's just like wind. But I've had to put the time in, and I've had to put the extra training in, and I've had to self-develop myself so that I could help self-develop you guys. Because if you're not pouring into yourself and you're not learning and growing and implementing, then you're not going to be able to help grow a team. But you also need to think about where you want to be, and stop looking at the short ball. Stop looking for next Tuesday and the bonus seasons and whatever. You need to look for what it will be in 5 years when you don't quit. That's what you need to look at. You need to play long ball and think about where you'll be when your quote unquote business is paid off, you guys, because I built a brick and mortar and I paid off my salon loan early, but I paid it off in 5 years, and I paid it off in 5 years because of Lavelle. So that money I talk about making really went to pay off my other business, but that's been a huge relief for us to have that paid off. But my point is that if you were to build a brick and mortar and take a loan out to get your starter cost up, let's take Dan, for example. He loves mechanics. So let's say Dan was just decided to, he was going to open his own business and he was going to do mechanics on the side, or he was just going to start to get this business going. And he took out a $40,000, let's just call it a $50,000 loan for tools. He needed a loan to get his business started, and he needed these tools and all of this stuff. Okay, how long would it take you to pay off that $50,000 loan? And you have to have a startup fee. There is no startup fee here, first of all, but it would probably take him at least, I would assume, because $50,000 is like a car loan, right? So depending on if you have it out for 72 months or whatever that looks like for you, you're looking at $700-800 a month that you're going to be paying for these tools. So that's also taking out of your profits every single month. But are you going to quit before that loan's paid off? Or are you going to stay the course for those 4 or 5 years because you have to? You have to pay that loan off. Because otherwise, how are you going to pay for it? Like, or else the bank's going to come and take all your tools. I mean, that's the choices that you have. Well, you guys, we have nothing to lose here because we didn't have to make an investment. And nobody is telling us to show up every single day or every single month. So it's up to us. So with that being said, you have to have something in front of you that is going to push you to move yourself forward. So you have to have your goals in front of you. You have to know what you're working for every single day, because there's no bank coming to take your business away. You can just stop showing up and nobody cares. I'm not saying I don't care, but you get the point. Like there's no credit agency that's going to come after you. There's nobody going to be calling your phone saying, you know, we need to come and get those tools. There's no credit deflection because you didn't pay your loan that month. There's literally nothing. So you have to know what you're working for. You have to be disciplined, and you have to have those goals in front of you. So if you guys are feeling uninspired right now, I want you to really sit here and I want you to think about not only what are your goals for this month, I want you to think about what your goal is for the end of this year. So here we are in August. We have, you know, the last half of this year. What is your goal to the end of this year? And I want this written out. And I want you to write it out. And then I want you to think about what your goal is in 2 years. And then I want your 5-year goal. And I want you to be outlandish. I want you to be crazy. If it's 3 investment properties in 5 years, I want that written out, because that's me. That's what I want, because I want to build a legacy, and I also want to retire young, you guys. Like, I mean, I'm still going to quote unquote work, but I don't want to have to clock in nowhere. I want to take care of my investment properties, which is fun. And I want to work my Lavelle business, which I love. I love being here. I love training you guys. I love self-developing myself, and then bringing everything I'm learning to you guys. I love it. It's my passion. If you can't feel my passion right now, then I don't know what else to do. Maybe I'm not your girl. But the thing is that I love this. I love bringing this to you, and I can work this business. I chose the time for this training because this is what works into my life. And that is what this business can do for you. Not only do you get to feel great, but you get to work it into your life when it fits into your life. So those are the things I really want you guys to think about moving forward. I got off on another tangent. I'm going to give you this list for real this time, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So live videos to create are also interview styles. We talked about that. You know, you can just interview anybody about any random thing. Obviously, our Thrive experiences. Lifestyle and storytelling. Again, I talked about like me going live, sharing my cancer journey, educating people about that. So what are things in your life that have affected you that you could maybe educate people on, or share your journey, or talk about your story, or whatever that looks like? Okay, for example, Angel is going to Disney. Well, what if you did a recap video, or you said, this is the things that I recommend doing in Disney, and this is how it helped us to have an amazing trip, and these are the things that we plan, and everything doesn't have to be in one video. This could be
Right,
a
right.
series, and you could recap your whole trip, because people that are planning a Disney trip, and then you can say, if you know somebody that's planning a Disney trip, tag them in the comments. If you want to share this for other parents that are wanting to go to Disney, share this video. You can do a series on what you're already doing, but just sharing your knowledge. It sounds
I
so
know in the back of
simple,
my mind, I'm thinking each day just to do, okay, so I was gonna do it in my story.
but what
Now
if
to
you
think
went
about, yeah,
live?
yes, exactly. I mean,
You
even
know,
like our taking off when we start leaving, do
you're
maybe
gonna reach
something.
a
Yeah,
lot more
yeah,
people.
yeah. I
And
know
it's
in the
like,
back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what can I
it's
do?
like
What can I do? Yeah.
vlogging. People
Hmm.
love it. They
Yeah.
love to watch other
Yep.
people's life.
Hmm. Yep.
And it
Yep.
shows confidence. And also, like, you guys, that's how I grew immensely. When I started Thrive, I started in February, and then December, I don't know if you remember this, Angel, but I did 12 days of Christmas. And it was my way of
Mhm.
challenging myself to go live for 12 days in a row. And I talked about a different product. I just, whatever, I didn't care. And then I had a promo at the end of every single day. And you guys, my business catapulted. And that's when I went
Mhm.
12K. And nobody was doing live video at all then. It was like a brand new feature on Facebook. This was 7 years ago. And I was scared poopless almost 8 years ago. Nobody was going live. I hit that dang live video. I lived in the Love Shack. It was before we called it the Love Shack. It was 900 square
I remember
of
that.
pure hell. And it was a shit show in that place. And literally we had 5 people living in 900 square feet. There was crap piled everywhere. It was embarrassing for me, you guys. And I did it. And I didn't care, because I loved Thrive and I wanted to grow. So again, it works, because I am a testament to that. Big announcements, any type of big announcements you can go live about. For example, babies, engagements, vacations. Like, I gave my kids and my husband Packer tickets, and I multiple times I've done this. We've surprised with Packer tickets, and I've went live to show that. People love that, you guys, and they get to be a part of your announcement. Product reviews, demos, unboxings. People are nosy. They want to know what's in the box. When I used to get Stitch Fix, I used to go live and show my Stitch Fix stuff. I've done TJ Maxx hauls with live videos, presentation for your business live while on Zoom. That is great, you guys. I don't know if you watched Laura Wells' training on the Thrive and Mingles. If not, you need to do that. It's literally only 15 minutes. You guys, seriously, it is like insanity that you can literally get these codes. They're giving $75 in credits. Did you know that? And free samples, and a gift from the Lavelle Gear Store when you do 3 live presentations. So remember when I was doing the live calls on Zoom and then live streaming them onto Facebook on Wednesdays and Saturdays, those would have counted for the Thrive and Mingles. Plus, Lavelle gives you a 15% discount code, and anybody can use it. It's like, so let's say I do a Thrive and Mingle on a Wednesday. My code's good for 3 days. And then Dan does another one on Sunday. So then he gets a new code. So we could share these codes with our whole team. And we would always be having 15% off all the time. And they go on top of everything. So for example, with this promo code that is, or this promo that's happening this weekend, you can stack those 15% offs on top of that stuff. It goes with everything. So you guys, we could be giving our customers like hella deals all the time. So we need to get on board with this. Me and Rock talked about it. We're going to try to figure out a day that we are going to consistently do these Thrive and Mingles live presentations on social media. We're going to pick a day and we're going to do it every single day, and we're going to book it out till the end of September 30th, because that's how long this goes for. And you're going to have these 15% discount codes for anybody, for you, for me, for our customers. Can you imagine when your auto ship customers have an auto ship coming and you have a 15% discount code, and you can say, hey, you know what? I just really appreciate you. So I want to let you know I have this 15% discount code for you to use today if you want to use that. You guys, it's brilliant. So I don't know why we haven't been doing this the whole time. I guess I didn't realize like that you could do it live. And so we've been missing the boat on this for the last 2 months already, because this started in July. So I'm going to get on it. I think Rock and I are possibly going to do one right away tomorrow morning. We haven't had a chance to talk about our day in our life yet, because it's during the week is crazy, but we kind of briefly just said we were either going to do one tonight or tomorrow morning. He was like, Saturday mornings used to work great when we were doing those, so maybe we'll do Saturday mornings again. And then our codes would be good from Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then we could stack that on top of Lavelle's like promos on the weekends as well. And then it would be amazing if somebody did one at the beginning of the week, because then we would have codes for 3 more days for a whole team. And then if somebody did Wednesday, because then we would have codes from Wednesday to Saturday when I redo mine again. So it's something to really think about, you guys, but I can't do them all. Somebody else has got to like, you know, jump in and join me, and we could have codes for our whole team the whole entire time, 15% off from now until the end of September, if everybody joined together and did this together. Watch the replay on that if you want to know all the details. I'm not going to get into it because she already went through it all really well. Presentation for business live on Zoom or Facebook. Obviously, I just talked about that. Product presentation, and then a daily or weekly talk show. So just like I said with Angel, she could do a series of her, you know, Disney trip. You could do a weekly talk show if you have like topics you like Rock. He's always talking about like political things, or even it's not even just political. It's like life happenings, like daily news, like big topics that are going on in the world, or like, for example, like Hawaii's on fire right now. Like, so Rock and his like podcast that he's trying to get going, he's talking about like worldly events. That's his passion. He loves it. Like, he loves the news. He loves politics. Like, that's his jam. And he likes to just try to give unbiased reviews on things that are happening in the world. That's his niche. That's what he loves to talk about, and it comes super easy for him. So what comes super easy for you that you could just talk about regularly? That's all you need to do. And you don't have to do it every day. You could just do it once a week, you know, live every Thursday night, talking about your daily topic or whatever it is. So anyways, you guys, it's a lot to think about. I know I fire hosed you as usual. But you know, I really, really want you to catch the vision of who we are, what we're about, and where we're going. We can change the trajectory of our lives. And also small town Marshfield. I feel like so many people in this town have such a small mindset. And it's just like, oh, well, we're just going to do our job and raise our kids and just work till we're 70 and then die. Like, really? Like, nobody has a vision. Like, where are you going? Where do you want to be in your life? What do you want that to look like? And how many people can you bring with you on that journey of living your life, not just living for the weekend and living for your next paycheck? What if you didn't have to do that anymore? What if you didn't have to check your bank account before you went to the grocery store? Because you guys, that's how I used to live. And sometimes it's still like that for me. And I don't freaking like it. I want to go to the grocery store and I want to buy whatever the hell I want to buy. And I don't want to have to only buy it when it's only on sale. That's the life I'm trying to create. You have to ask yourself what kind of life you're trying to create and what are you willing to do to get it? So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. It's kind of a heavy topic, but it's important to really think about. And you know, as usual, I'm always here for you guys. And I appreciate you guys and I'm thankful for you and I love you guys. And I just want to see all of you at the top with me. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to get there and I want you guys to be there with me. So, that's all I have for you guys. There are some trainings tomorrow. Check your schedules. There's like 2 trainings tomorrow, I think. With like our big collaboration team. Obviously, we have the promo, make your own graphics, get creative, do not dwell on it, take 10 minutes to do it and just do it and don't overthink it and just get it done. And the next time it'll be that much easier. And then I will keep you posted for when me and Rock are going to do our
That's my thing. I overthink things. I overthink and I need to quit overthinking.
Yeah, stop it.
That,
Stop it right now.
That's me.
Stop overthinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just do it.
I'm like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
not right. Or this can't be, or like you said, just don't even go back and look at it. Just post it and be done. And
Yep.
you know, that's what I need to do, you know.
Yep, absolutely. And then you guys, oh, I lost my train of thought. Whatever. I've rambled long enough. But you guys just go after it. We don't have to overcomplicate this and we don't have to overthink it. And yeah, there's a lot of strategy to it. And yes, there's a lot of things that we could always be doing more of. But as long as you are touching your business every single day and making a point to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday, and to incorporate one more thing into your business this week that you maybe didn't last week, and just take baby steps and each week just try to improve just a little bit, you know what that's going to look like in 90 days, in 6 months. If you just try to make small little improvements gradually, you are going to have a big business. A big business if you just take little steps every day to just try to be just a little bit better than everybody else. That's the key. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be just a tiny bit better than the other people that are in our field. And that's what sets you apart.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that, you guys have an amazing weekend. And then once I get the Thrive and Mingle registered and I know exactly when Rock and I are going to go live, I don't know if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow morning. We got to see what our day is going to look like and talk about what we want to do. But I will definitely let you guys know, because the key is, you guys, I have to have 5 people on. Otherwise, I don't get the discount code. So I hope that you'll be able to help me if you're available to be on there with me so that we can get those discount codes for our team. I don't think it should be an issue, but that is one of the stipulations. So I will keep you posted of when that's going to be. And then I will share that code with everybody so that we can stack the discounts. So that's what I have for you guys. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for being here, guys.